Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Thursday. It was a hot day yesterday. Still fell short of some areas reaching as hot as it could, but certainly still very hot. And it was really overall not a bad month. Yeah, we had a couple of hot days to end the month for this week, but overall, other than these last 3 days, we really haven't had a whole lot of really hot temperatures, especially in a row for the month of July. Of course, today being the first day of August. We, of course, got rainfall yesterday, and we got more than an inch at Billard Airport, almost an inch in Manhattan, and a little bit less in other areas. But for the last several days since Sunday, pretty much everyone has received at least a quarter-inch worth of rainfall. And as far as some of the strongest wind gusts, I had a 77 mile per hour wind gust in Pauline, 71 in Lawrence, 70 in Tecumseh, 70 in the Topeka area. So a lot of areas getting 70. Milford and Geary County, Blue Rapids at 70, Woodbine, a lot of 70 mile per hour wind gust over. And so you get the idea that we had some strong winds yesterday or last night in the evening hours as those storms pushed through the area, of course, with the heavy rainfall. So what does that leave us with the August rainfall? Well, falling a little bit short in Emporia and Concordia, but well above average in Topeka and a little bit above average still there in Manhattan. So overall, it wasn't a bad month, but we could certainly use some more rain in some locations. So taking a look at July, it actually turned out to be slightly below average for the month, not only when factoring the highs at 90.1, 0.2 degrees below average, but also with lows, 0.5 degrees below average for the month. With our coolest temperature being 60 and our hottest temperature being 102. We did have 14 days of 90 degrees or greater, so almost half the days. And of course, you just saw that rainfall. So what can we expect for August? Taking a look at our average high today, 91, 69 the low, 86 and 63 by the end of the month. You can see how the sunrise sunset time changes. And taking a look at our rainfall, we average about a little over 4.5 inches, at least for the last 30 years. And the last 15 years, we've actually averaged a little bit more, though, 4.77. And sometimes I like to put that, especially if it is a little bit different, just to give you an idea of what recent years have been like. So what can we expect for this year in the month of August? Well, equal chances of drier than normal, wetter than normal. And it looks like drier than normal for the western half of the state. Meanwhile, temperature-wise, probability of above average temperatures. As far as today is concerned, just a few degrees above average as it begins to cool down a little bit. Temperatures in the low 90s up along the Nebraska-Kansas border, with most spots in the mid-90s. And we'll have plenty of sun, especially after a few early morning clouds. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking at as far as the hazy conditions are concerned with the surface smoke, it does get worse through the day. Temperature-wise, maybe even a little bit cooler for Friday and Saturday, even a little bit less humid than today, especially Friday. Humidity may come up just a little bit on Saturday, and then we start to usher in the hotter temperatures Sunday into early next week, with uncertainty on timing of the cold front and how far south the frontal boundary will get and how much cooler it will get behind the front. That's the biggest uncertainty for the second half of the work week. And so that's going to be something to watch out for. A look at our humidity forecast. Taking a look at the drop in humidity between today to tomorrow, and maybe a little bit as we head towards late Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, before it does come up a little bit early Monday and then kind of just staggers back and forth early next week. But it doesn't get quite as bad until Monday night, Tuesday at 3 a.m. It starts to get back up to over 70. So we just have to get through today, especially as we head through the morning and early afternoon, and then we may start to see that come down a little bit with our dew points. And our extended outlooks. Look at that. We do start to usher in some of that blue color in the 8 to 14 day panel, which indicates probability of below average temperatures. That'll be something to watch out for. We're in the green, though, and the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day panel. So we'll keep an eye on the storm chances, especially entering in the second half of next work week. A little bit of uncertainty there. So we'll continue to fine tune that as we get closer. But I think for the most part, it is going to be dry until we get that front pushing through by the middle part of next week, with dry conditions between today through the weekend and into early next week, as temperatures slightly above average through Saturday, and then starts to get well above average Sunday into early next week. Even though it does get cooler over the next couple of days, still make sure that you're staying hydrated and staying safe in the heat. We can't let our guard down. Even though it's relatively cooler, it's still technically hot still as we head into our first 8 days of August. Have a great day.